Hello, everybody. Today I'd like to talk about making audio-enabled PowerPoint games. And let's see. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I think you know who I am. Maybe you've seen some of the other tutorials about making English assessments. Now, before anything, let's go ahead and grab the PowerPoint files. You will need to download them. A word of caution, do not play these PowerPoint files as a Google slide. They do not work. You must download them and play them on your computer. Okay, so this is the same QR code, same old QR code. Go ahead and grab it now. It takes you to the Google Drive 2019-2020 workshops. And this time go to the audio enabled PowerPoints folder. And that will look like, here we go. All right, the QR code takes you here to the workshops folder. This time go to audio enabled PowerPoints, and they are here. The games are here, all of these games, and the WAV files are here. These WAV files have already been put into these games. These are just here in case you want to have extra copies of them. But once you download a game, remember, do not play it in Google Drive. Do not open. You should download the game, and then it will play as a PowerPoint. Okay, so let's go ahead and try a game real quick. Here I have a hard C and a soft C. So if we play it as a game.
Cup.
Okay, there you go. You have cup. And let's try and find cup.
Cop.
Oh, sorry, that's cop. All right, so number 8 is cup. You remember it's cup? We're trying to find cup.
City.
Oh, sorry, that's city. Okay, let's cup.
Center.
And that's center. Sorry, we're not having too much success here.
Cup.
Cup.
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay, let's give up on cup.
Symbol.
What's this? Oh, that's symbol. What's
Comic.
this? Oh, that's comic. Let's try
Symbol.
symbol.
Cake.
And cake. Oh no.
Symbol.
Say, I think that was symbol. Symbol was number 9, right?
Symbol.
There you go. Bing, bing, bing. You got one. Okay, so this is classic concentration memory. And it's audio enabled. So that every time we click and these colored squares go away,
Juicy.
you will hear the word being spoken. And female voices are up top, male voices are at the bottom. I just did that because I want the kids to hear the difference between men and women voices. Sometimes their pronunciation is slightly different, so the kids can get used to hearing different variations of pronunciation. The voices that I used are the Microsoft Immersive Reader. And if you remember, if you've seen my video about using voices for listening exams, if you do not have a native speaker available to do the recordings, you can get very close to near human quality voices from Oddcast, IBM Watson, or Microsoft Office Online. Open up Word or OneNote online with your OneDrive account, and then after you type the text, there's an option for Immersive Reader, and you have male and female voices. Right now, I like them the best. They're very generic male and female voices, but they're very reliable. And these are the voices that are used in these PowerPoint games. Okay, now why bother to make audio-enabled PowerPoints? Why not just have the regular PowerPoint? Well, It's because of memory and concentration. Now, we all have students who are bad at English, in quotes, and no one is truly bad at English. It's an appearance that they're bad at English. They could be underachievers or they could be slow learners. Now, underachievers have low motivation simply because, meh, English, meh, they don't want it. It's not as important as Chinese or math. They're not going to use it in their life. I think you've heard that attitude from students before. So they might be smart and they might be perfectly great, but in English, they're not doing so well. It's because they choose not to do so well. Because, it's just not that fun. So we play games, and games help them like the class a little bit better and helps to get them involved. You'll recognize underachievers because their English grade might be low, but their grades in other subjects are high, like high in Chinese, high in math. Everything else is okay, but not in English. That would be underachiever. Now, slow learners really have trouble. They have learning difficulties. You know that they're ADHD, ADD, maybe they're on the spectrum like Asperger. Um, and you'll recognize them even if they do not have their own IEP, you'll still recognize them that they're in your class. And they eventually have low motivation because they've always had difficulty. So naturally, motivation, they just stop trying. So we want to play the game to help get them involved and to help them concentrate and practice their memory and concentration. And what we found is basically the difference between high achieving students and low achieving students, one of the main differences is memory and concentration. It's not English ability, it's not really language ability. It's can they remember 5 to 7 pieces of information for a short time in order to think about it and process it. You've heard about this, right? The magic number is 7, 5 plus or minus 2, or sorry, it's 7 plus or minus 2. So a person can memorize up to 9 numbers for a very short time. Um, we're concerned about memory and concentration, the working memory. So we want to play the concentration game. Now, the other thing is, why not just play the regular game where there's no sound, there's just pictures? Well, this is because of repetition and imitation. You know that kids naturally imitate words and sounds. In a bad case, they might immediately pick up dirty language, just like that. Um, or there's something that's not even dirty. It's something that they learned from video games, a phrase called fire in the hole. Whenever their game character throws a bomb or throws a grenade, they shout fire in the hole. And we have students who are low achievers and they're very fluent. Fire in the hole, fire in the hole. And they like to throw air grenades at each other and pretend to shoot each other. They learned that from the games. They learned it very quickly. They learned it very well. It was something that they were interested in. Unfortunately, it's the wrong thing. And unfortunately, phonics words in the English books are not that exciting and they're kind of boring. So if the sound is tedious and boring, cake, cat, city, orange, they need a lot of repetition. And then eventually it sinks into their head and they imitate it and they learn it. So by adding sound to this game, we can give the kids exposure. And otherwise, they would just reject any kind of English. But here, as long as they're playing the game, that English is there. It gets in their head. Cake, 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 symbol, symbol, symbol. How many times did they hear symbol while we were trying to find the matching cards? It took quite a few times. So basically, we're kind of tricking the kids into learning, and we're kind of hacking their kids' natural programming for imitation. When they hear repeated things, they naturally imitate it. And that's why I wanted to put the audio file into the game. And before I forget, these games came from template number 5. I'd like to give a shout out to Adrian from the Mobile English Classroom. Adrian and teacher Gabriel and Anna and Jennifer, they gave a workshop, a very good workshop, to all of the LETs and other teachers, English teachers in Taitung back in June. And they gave us these templates. And these are the templates here. I'm using Adrian's template 5. You can see in template 5 there is a 8 card board, sorry, 8 plus another 8 16 card. There's one for 10. I'm using the one for 12 because I think it allows enough clicking, enough mistakes so that they will hear the words quite often. So let's take a look at how we do this. Now if you look at the original template, if we look at the original template and how it plays a game, there's no sound, you insert a picture and try to match the picture with the word. There's no sound. I decided to put sound in. Now, how do we do that? Okay, in Adrian's workshop, he taught us how to change the picture. So here under editing mode, I'm just playing with the PowerPoint. You can see a picture of Bay. Click here, picture, format, change the picture. I'm going to use internet search, safe search. It's easiest. It's easier than trying to find picture files on your computer. So whatever word we want. Let's use short O, dog. I'll put in dog. And there's a cute dog. And I will input dog. And there's dog. And now I'll put this back. Very good, okay. And now the next thing is the sound. See these little lightning bolts? These are under, you can see these under animation. These are animation. And when you click on animation, you can see, when you open your PowerPoint, click on the animation option. Here about the ordering of the animation. And here they are. So let's say you want to change this one. Click on here. And it shows you that this is the rounded rectangle group. It is the green rectangle and the picture. It is a green rectangle to open the rectangle and then close it again. We want to make the sound on the opening rectangle. So we will go ahead and open it. Let's see. Okay, we will click here. This is for opening the rectangle. Sound effect. And you can see that it was set for Bay. I just changed the picture to dog. Then I would go here and look, oh, I can have a bomb, I can have all these sound effects, and I would choose another one. And here are all my waves. I did not make one for dog yet, but you see, for every word that I want to put into a game, I need to make that sound file. And I did that with Microsoft Immersive Reader and Audacity. These sound files have already been made for you. If you want to learn how to record these sound files, again, I would recommend that you go back and you look at the you would go back and you look at the file, the PowerPoint sound editing for listening exams. This is in the assessment folder. Okay, if you missed that video, you can go back. It's also on the same YouTube channel, so you can go back and look at that. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Everything is here. If you make mistakes, if somehow you maybe mess up your PowerPoint and you just save the messed up version, come back and get it again. And if you ever want the sound files for any other game that you're making, if you have access to the templates from Mobile English Classroom and you want to make other games with these words, here are the WAVE files. Everything is here. Okay. And English assessment tutorials. If you want to learn about how to make the sound files, that was sound files for editing, sound editing for listening exams. Okay, so that's about it. Everyone in Taitung, you know where I am. If you have any questions, drop me a line or just say hello and ask me some questions. And that's it for now. So good luck and good teaching.